Bonjour, gardening friends. Welcome back to Time for Gardening. Do you ever dream of strolling through a romantic French estate, but find yourself looking at a tiny backyard or a small patio instead? Well, you're in luck. Today, we are unlocking the secrets to creating a breathtaking tiny French garden right where you are. We're focusing on the crown jewels of the spring season, the regal iris and the cheerful daffodil. I've gathered 20 unique, space-saving inspirations that will transform your outdoor area from ordinary to magnifique. You'll want to stay with me until the very end, because the 20th secret is a game-changer for anyone who wants a stunning garden with half the effort. Let's grow. Imagine stepping into a pocket-sized palace where every leaf is precisely placed to create a sense of grand architecture. The Mini-Versailles Parterre uses low-growing boxwood hedges to draw crisp, geometric lines on the ground, providing a permanent structure that looks beautiful even before the bulbs emerge. At the heart of these emerald frames, tall bearded irises rise like floral royalty, their velvet petals contrasting beautifully with the cheerful yellow daffodils that guard each corner of the arrangement. This structured elegance is further enhanced by the way the height levels guide the viewer's eye through the space. By layering these heights, low hedges, mid-sized daffodils, and towering irises, you trick the eye into seeing more depth and complexity than a tiny yard usually allows. It is the perfect marriage of French formality and the whimsical spirit of spring, proving that you don't need a sprawling estate to capture the essence of royal garden design. There is something undeniably romantic about the crunch of gravel underfoot and the scent of sun-baked earth. In a Provencal-style courtyard, the secret is the intentional lack of grass, replaced instead by warm-toned crushed limestone or pea gravel that reflects the spring sun. Irises and daffodils are planted in organic clusters directly into the ground through the gravel, creating an effortless, rustic look that feels as though the flowers simply decided to grow there on their own. Transitioning from a traditional lawn to this gravel-based design not only adds French flair, but also provides the perfect drainage that irises crave. The heat retained by the stones during the day helps the soil stay warm, encouraging earlier blooms and more vibrant colors. This low-maintenance approach allows the architectural silhouette of the iris and the bright trumpets of the daffodils to take center stage against a neutral, textured backdrop. You can bring the magic of Giverny to the smallest patio by using the clever Trompe-l'œil trick of a garden mirror. By placing a large, ornate French-style mirror behind a simple stone bird bath, you create an instant optical illusion of a vast water garden stretching into the distance. When you surround this setup with sky blue Dutch irises and lemon yellow daffodils, the mirror reflects their colors, doubling the visual impact of your spring blooms and making a narrow corner feel like a sprawling sanctuary. The beauty of this feature lies in its ability to capture light and movement, just like a real pond would. As the wind rustles the iris petals, the reflection dances in the glass, creating a sense of tranquility and life that is often missing in small urban spaces. It's a sophisticated way to pay homage to Monet's impressionist masterpieces while solving the problem of limited square footage. Nothing says French countryside quite like the weathered oak and rusted iron of a vintage wine barrel. Using these barrels as tiered planters allows you to play with verticality in a tiny garden, lifting your irises and daffodils closer to eye level where their intricate details can be fully appreciated. The deep soil capacity of a barrel is ideal for the thick rhizomes of bearded irises, while miniature daffodils can be tucked around the edges to spill over the sides in a waterfall of gold. Beyond their aesthetic appeal, wine barrel planters offer a practical solution for gardeners dealing with poor soil or concrete patios. They provide a controlled environment where you can tailor the soil mix specifically for bulbs, ensuring the perfect balance of nutrients and drainage. Grouping several barrels of varying heights creates a lush, instant garden bed that adds history and character to any American backyard. A garden should always feel like a journey, and nothing marks the beginning of a story better than a weathered iron gate. By framing a small wrought iron entrance with climbing vines and a dense skirt of mixed daffodils and irises, you create a threshold that separates the busy outside world from your private spring retreat. The contrast between the dark, rigid iron and the soft, swaying flower heads creates a visual tension that is classic in French landscape design. As guests pass through the gate, the fragrance of the irises acts as a sensory greeting, immediately setting a peaceful tone. This design works exceptionally well in side yards or narrow entryways, where the goal is to make a small passage feel significant and enchanting. It turns a simple walkway into a destination, inviting everyone to pause and admire the delicate beauty of the first spring bulbs. When you run out of ground space, the only way to go is up, and a vertical garden is the ultimate solution for a tiny French oasis. By mounting rustic terracotta pots onto a dark-stained wooden fence or a stone wall, you can create a living tapestry of color. Alternating the heights, placing tall, regal irises in the upper pots and cheerful, nodding daffodils in the lower ones, creates a rhythm that draws the eye upward and makes the entire garden feel much larger than its actual footprint. This vertical approach does more than just save space. It also provides excellent air circulation for the plants, which helps prevent the fungal issues that irises can sometimes face. The dark backdrop of the fence or wall serves to make the vibrant yellows and deep purples of the flowers pop, creating a high-contrast look that is incredibly photogenic for your YouTube viewers. It's a modern take on French gardening that prioritizes style and efficiency. There is a profound sense of peace found in a monochrome garden, a concept famously championed by European designers to create an atmosphere of high-end sophistication. In this white garden inspiration, we focus exclusively on pure white varieties, such as the immortal bearded iris and the Thalia daffodil. This palette feels incredibly fresh and clean, evoking the breezy elegance of a villa on the French Riviera, while allowing the different textures of the petals to be the main attraction. The secret to making a white garden work is the play of light and shadow, especially during the blue hour of twilight. Without the distraction of multiple colors, the eye notices the architectural shape of the iris falls and the delicate, translucent quality of the daffodil trumpets. This style is perfect for American gardeners who want a backyard that feels like a luxury outdoor room, a serene space for evening relaxation and quiet reflection. The French potager is a kitchen garden that refuses to sacrifice beauty for utility, blending vegetables, herbs, and flowers into a single harmonious bed. By interspersing your irises and daffodils with textured edibles like curly kale, purple sage, or Swiss chard, you create a garden that is as functional as it is beautiful. The bold, sculptural leaves of the vegetables provide a stunning green backdrop that makes the delicate spring bulbs look even more vibrant. This integration is a brilliant way to maximize a small space, allowing you to grow food and flowers in the same square footage. The early blooming daffodils and irises also serve a vital purpose by attracting early season pollinators to your garden, ensuring that your vegetable crops get a healthy start. It is a designer look that feels grounded and practical, speaking to the heart of the modern homesteading movement. A garden path should never be a straight line. It should be an invitation to wander and discover. Using uneven, ancient-looking flagstones creates a sense of history, and the real magic happens when you plant tête-à-tête, miniature daffodils in the crevices between the stones. These tiny flowers look as if they are peeking out to greet you, softening the hard edges of the rock and making the path feel like it has been there for centuries. To complement the low-growing daffodils, taller irises can be planted in drifts along the edges of the path, their sword-like foliage providing a vertical contrast to the horizontal stones. This design encourages visitors to slow down and watch their step, allowing them to fully immerse themselves in the scents and colors of the garden. It's a simple yet effective way to add a touch of old-world French charm to a contemporary American landscape. Every tiny garden needs a place to sit and enjoy a morning café au lait. And a classic bistro nook is the perfect solution. By placing a small, colorful metal table and chairs in a corner and surrounding them with a hedge of tall irises, you create an intimate outdoor room that feels completely secluded from the rest of the world. The irises act as a natural screen, providing privacy without the need for a heavy fence or wall. Surrounding the base of the bistro set with fragrant daffodils ensures that even when you are sitting down, you are enveloped in the sights and smells of spring. This vignette is incredibly appealing for social media and video content because it tells a story of a lifestyle, one that values taking a moment to breathe and appreciate the beauty of nature. It's about creating a destination within your own backyard, no matter how small it may be. The secret to a continuous explosion of color in a tiny garden is a technique known as bulb lasagna. By layering different bulbs at various depths within a single large terracotta pot, placing the large daffodil bulbs at the bottom and the iris rhizomes nearer the top, you ensure that as one flower finishes its show, the next is ready to take its place. This creates a dense, professional-looking display that lasts for weeks in a space no larger than a dinner plate. This method is perfect for apartment dwellers or those with only a small balcony, as it provides a massive floral impact without requiring a garden bed. When the pot is in full bloom, it becomes a portable centerpiece that can be moved to wherever you need a splash of French elegance. Teaching your viewers this layering secret provides them with a high-value hack that they can implement immediately in their own home. Lavender is the soul of Provence, and its silvery gray foliage provides the ultimate color companion for the deep, velvety purples of Siberian irises. By planting these two together, you create a classic French color palette that feels both cool and vibrant. The fine, needle-like leaves of the lavender offer a beautiful textural contrast to the broad, flat blades of the iris foliage, ensuring the garden looks interesting even when the flowers aren't in bloom. The real benefit of this pairing is their shared love for the sun and well-drained soil, making them easy-to-grow companions for many American climates. While the daffodils provide the first burst of yellow in early spring, the lavender and irises take over the show as the weather warms up, extending the beauty of your tiny garden through the season. It's a sensory powerhouse that combines the iconic scents and sights of the French countryside. Window boxes are the jewelry of a home, and a French blue wooden box overflowing with spring bulbs is the height of charm. By planting sunny yellow daffodils alongside delicate dwarf irises, you bring the garden right up to your window, allowing you to enjoy the view from both inside and out. This fairy tale aesthetic works perfectly for small cottages or urban townhomes where ground space is non-existent but vertical surfaces are plentiful. The key to a successful window box is the mix of heights. The taller daffodils provide a cheerful backdrop, while the intricate patterns of the dwarf irises can be seen up close. Because these boxes are elevated, they are protected from many ground-dwelling pests, and they allow you to control the soil quality perfectly. It's a small-scale project with a large-scale impact on your home's curb appeal. In a small backyard, flat ground can sometimes feel uninspiring, but creating levels can add a dramatic sense of depth. The sunken garden illusion uses multi-level wooden decking or stone terraces to create pockets for planting. By placing your tallest irises at the lowest physical level, their blooms appear at eye level with the higher deck, creating an immersive experience where you are literally surrounded by flowers. This architectural approach allows you to tuck daffodils into the retaining walls or higher tiers, creating a cascading effect of color that draws the eye in multiple directions. It turns a tiny flat yard into a three-dimensional landscape that feels like a hidden sanctuary. This design is particularly popular with viewers looking for modern, clean lines that still incorporate the soft beauty of traditional French bulbs. In a French garden, the accessories are just as important as the plants, and nothing complements the yellow of a daffodil quite like the blue-green patina of aged copper. Placing antique copper watering cans, buckets, or even small sculptures among your flower beds adds a sense of history and found beauty. These metallic accents catch the sunlight and provide a permanent focal point that ties the various plants together. The cool tones of weathered copper also provide a stunning contrast to the warm purples and blues of irises, making the floral colors appear more saturated and intense. This is an easy way for your viewers to add character to a new garden without waiting years for things to grow. It's about the art of the vignette, creating small, perfect scenes that look like they were plucked straight from a French antique market. Gardens shouldn't disappear when the sun goes down. Instead, they should transform into something magical. A moonlight garden focuses on pale-colored irises and white or light yellow daffodils that reflect the soft light of the moon. By adding small, warm solar lanterns tucked low among the foliage, you create a romantic, glowing atmosphere that is perfect for late-night strolls in a tiny backyard. This design strategy is especially effective for busy Americans who may only have time to enjoy their gardens in the evening after work. The light-colored petals pop against the dark shadows of the night, creating a ghostly, ethereal beauty that feels like a secret world. It encourages a different kind of connection with nature, one that is quiet, contemplative, and deeply restorative. To truly capture the essence of your channel's name, Time for Gardening, consider using aromatic herbs as the living border for your iris beds. Creeping thyme and rosemary are classic French staples that provide a low, evergreen structure at the feet of your taller bulbs. When you walk past or brush against these herbs, they release an earthy fragrance that perfectly grounds the sweet, floral scent of the irises and daffodils. This combination is not only beautiful, but also serves as a natural deterrent for many common garden pests who find the strong scent of herbs unappealing. The fine texture of the herbs creates a carpet that suppresses weeds, keeping your tiny garden beds looking tidy with minimal effort. It's a multi-sensory approach that makes the garden feel like a living spice rack, ready for both the vase and the kitchen. In French garden history, a bosquet is a small grove of trees, but in a tiny garden, we can recreate this feeling with a single rustic birdhouse on a tall pole. By surrounding the base of the pole with a wild, unstructured patch of irises and daffodils, you create a miniature sanctuary for local wildlife. This adds movement and sound to the garden, as birds are drawn to the shelter and the early season insects that bulbs attract. This wilder look is a growing trend as more gardeners look to support biodiversity in their own backyards. It offers a beautiful contrast to the more formal areas of the garden, providing a space where nature can take the lead. For your viewers, it's a heartwarming reminder that even the smallest French-inspired space can play a vital role in the local ecosystem. If your tiny garden is bordered by an unattractive brick wall or a plain wooden fence, the secret is a bucket of paint. Choosing a soft, sophisticated Parisian gray or a creamy off-white can completely transform the space, making it feel brighter and more open. This neutral, clean backdrop acts like a gallery wall, allowing the intricate shapes and vibrant colors of your irises and daffodils to stand out with incredible clarity. The light-colored wall also reflects sunlight back onto the plants, which can be a huge advantage in small, shaded courtyards. It creates a high-definition garden experience where every petal and stem is highlighted against the smooth surface. This is a low-cost, high-impact DIY project that gives any American garden an instant European makeover. There is a unique charm in a garden that looks slightly untamed, as if nature has begun to reclaim a once formal space. This forgotten garden aesthetic involves mixing your cultivated irises and daffodils with local wildflowers and tall, swaying grasses. It's a style that celebrates the beauty of imperfection, allowing the bulbs to naturalize and spread into drifts that look completely organic and effortless. This approach is perfect for those who want a romantic, cottagecore vibe that requires less deadheading and pruning. The ordered chaos of the flowers peeking through the grass creates a sense of mystery and discovery, as if you've stumbled upon a secret French meadow. It's a poetic end to your garden tour, showing that the true secret to a beautiful garden is allowing it to have a soul of its own. It's incredible how much character you can pack into a small space when you use a little French inspiration. From the structured lines of a Mini-Versailles parterre to the rustic charm of repurposed wine barrels, we've seen how irises and daffodils can truly define a spring landscape. The key is to play with height, embrace unique textures like copper and stone, and never let a small footprint limit your imagination. If you found a spark of inspiration in today's video, please give that like button a tap. It really helps the channel grow. Don't forget to subscribe to Thyme for Gardening for more weekly tips on creating your own sanctuary. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these 20 ideas was your absolute favorite? Let me know in the comments below. Happy gardening!